All right, guys, Mad Max here, back with another banger. Today I'm talking to the bantamweight legend, the best bantamweight in Canada, the bantamweight king, the one and only Ali Wasuk. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, brother. How you doing, man?
Doing well, man. Thank you so much. Man, there's been so many news at Lions MMA. Of course, we all know that our teammate reached the Ultimate Fighter finale, Rodrigo Cezinando. However, we were all excited to see him fight at UFC 319 in Chicago. That fight got postponed and rebooked for UFC Noche. Main event will be John Silva versus Diego Lopez on September 13th. And just man, wondering about your thoughts on his matchup in the final versus the Ukrainian guy, Daniil Donchenko, who I personally thought looked very dangerous. He has very sharp stand up, and all of his strikes are very vicious. Just wondering, man, what are your thoughts about Rodrigo versus Daniel?
See, the thing that I see, that people don't really see is how good Rodrigo is at mixing it up. He's very dangerous striker, so you don't want to get hit by him. But at the same time, man, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu who has great wrestling. So I don't think Daniil is going to be able to open up as much as he has been in the show. Because I do believe Rodrigo is going to be able to dictate where the fight goes. And then once you build up that like lactic acid in your arms and stuff, man, your strikes are gonna be nothing. So, man, I think Rodrigo is gonna show the world why he's when he wins the Ultimate Fighter, why he's one of the best.
Absolutely, man. And also, just wondering, how proud of you do you think everyone is at Lions MMA? Our team has realized the dream of making a UFC athlete. So great to see Coach Paulie, Coach Amir over there in Chicago enjoying the UFC fight week. What an experience! And also, Rodrigo's big time now. He's a UFC fighter, tough finalist, yeah, UFC athlete, and he's out there signing posters with Hamza Chimaev. So, just how amazing is it to see that Lions MMA is doing so well?
Bro, can't happen to a better group of people, man. These guys put in the work, bro. They eat, sleep, and dream about this sport, man. They put it all out there. Like, Amir, like he's already like, hey, I'm back next week, planning like things for me, planning things for the team. Coach Paulie messaging me like, hey man, I'm back. This is the game plan. This is what we're gonna do. So even Rodrigo, like obviously unfortunate situation, but he messaged me today and he's like, "Yo, I'll be in the gym." So these guys, it's like next man up. Like he would have had his fight. I have no doubt he would have won. But now it's just gonna get postponed a little bit. But it's just like there's no like this fight is more important than another fight. You know what I mean? It's a team atmosphere. They had to be away for Rodrigo, but the whole team bonded together, and we stayed training, we stayed focused on the task at hand. We have Bernie fighting, we have a lot of people fighting, so everybody was in the gym and training super hard, man. So it means a lot to the gym too, Rodrigo paving the way for everybody, and God willing, we have a lot more people in the show very soon.
For sure, man. And Rodrigo, he became such close friends with DC over there. DC has that opened up a new academy called Academy Fight Club Gilroy. And there is some flyweights who Rodrigo built a great relationship with, guys like Emmanuel Rodriguez, Eduardo Chapolin. And just wondering, man, Rodrigo plans to go to the US and train there as well. Just wondering, are you at all interested to go out there to the US with Rodrigo, train with some of those, flyweights, Imanol, as well as Eduardo, and train with DC as well?
Yeah, man, definitely. I was supposed to go this time. Obviously, my fight was just too close, so I didn't want to switch up the camp and go there. But I definitely is part of the game plan to go out there and definitely try to just I enjoy sparring different people and people that I haven't trained with as well. So it's gonna be a great experience, and I'm definitely gonna go with him next time. The next time they go out there, but yeah, man, Imanol is one of my favorites on the show as well, besides Rodrigo. So, I think those two are definitely good training partners to train with.
For sure, man. And another news at Lions MMA, Neto Estrela has left the gym to open up his own Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu team called Local Brazilian BJJ. Just wondering, man, if you know anything about that and how that all came together, and just your thoughts about Neto, doing something of his own and opening his own academy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much. I haven't talked to Coach or Amir about it because they were obviously very focused on Rodrigo. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think obviously wish anybody the best of luck. Whenever they start something new, man, it's a sport that's abundant, it's a sport that like you're constantly are able to learn from different people. Like I coach as well, and I teach very different than a lot of other people, other coaches that I've trained with. I've never had a coach train me the same way. Everybody's different, everybody has different things to offer in the sport. So it's great, man. Like best of luck to him, of course. And yeah, man, it doesn't change much. I still think that in Vancouver, Lions gonna be a top gym.
For sure, man. And now moving on to your fight, just wondering if you can confirm that you'll be the co-main event of BFL 84. We have seen that Jeremy Kennedy versus Jeremy Henry will be the main event fighting for the interim lightweight title. So just can you confirm that your fight will be the co-main event?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before that fight came together, my fight was the main event. But now obviously with Jeremy coming down and fighting, I'm gonna be the co-main. And it's great, man. I'm very happy that that fight happened as well. I think it's just gonna bring more eyes to the BFL, more eyes to my fight. So I'm very excited to share the card with Jeremy as well.
And Ali, man, you're fighting Aso Palani. Do you see? Well, I personally see sort of like some similarities between Aso Palani and a guy like Mirab Dvalishvili. Aso Palani is 4-0. All of his wins are decisions. All of the wins are unanimous decisions, so he won them dominantly. Both in pro and AMI, all of his wins are decisions. Do you sort of see him as a decision machine, sort of as a decision blanket, and sort of like a wet blanket? And do you sort of think that he has that no threat for you, like no knockout threat, no submission threat, and that he can just only get a decision? And also, of course, that he never faced a top athlete caliber of a fighter like yourself. Do you think that this is just too much too soon for him?
I do believe that, but I do believe also that he probably doesn't have much of a choice. I know he's older in age, so he has to come down or he has to come up and fight people. And the people that he's been decisioning, man, like they're obviously nowhere near my level. And they're people that are brought in here that are like strikers that just didn't come in with a game plan from what I saw. And then the one fight that he fought a striker like Irfan, which I think he lost that fight. Personally as well, I think that the point deduction was stupid. And I think that he should have won that fight. Irfan should have. So yeah, I mean, I think that his skill, he's good in one area for sure. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I have way more tools than him, and I have way more ways to win this fight than him, and I'm not afraid to fight off my back, man. I'm a black belt, so I don't think he's grappled with my caliber of grappling, and like I know he trains at On Guard, and that gym is great, like jiu-jitsu wise, but this is MMA jiu-jitsu. Like you look at people like Charles Oliveira, and if you watch him, man, like he is just such a threat everywhere, man. Like, and that's how I like try to uh emulate my game, like, as well. Like his submission threat is always there, bro, from the bottom. He is, his fight with Kevin Lee, man, like, bro, that was, he was on the bottom and he just fucking put him to sleep almost, right? So, yeah, man, I think that I'll be a little bit too much for him, and I have way more ways to win. He has one way that he can try to win, but we'll come prepared, man, and everything is aligning great. I've had a great camp, and yeah, man, I believe that I know that I can find a way to win against this guy, and I will. Everything else is in God's hands, right? If I know that I put in the work, I know that I train, 3-4 hours a day, 6 days a week. So it I know that I put in the work, and the rest is just I'm gonna go show up September 4th and just perform.
And this will be a 3-round fight or a 5-round fight?
I asked for a 5 round fight. I did ask for it when I was the main event, but I don't think he accepted it. But but yeah, I wish it was a 5 round fight. I think that um, it would have helped us both prepare for a title fight next, right? Whether that be an interim title fight or the actual title fight. So I think that hopefully if Jay's watching this and he changes his mind, yeah, I'm still game to make this a 5 round fight.
Mhm. And Ali, is this fight like just business for you, or is there any personal beef between you guys, you and Aso Palani?
Um, I don't know him enough, man. I've seen or read things online, but for me, man, it's never. There's no emotion in this game, bro. This game is a cold game, bro. It's not for everybody. So, for me, bro, it's business. It's mano y mano, man. We go in there, we do it, and at the end of the day, man, respect to anybody that makes the walk, bro. And respect for anybody that does the sport, bro. It's not an easy sport. You don't have to be a fighter uh to earn my respect, but I do think that as a man or even as a woman, man, like you need to get into martial arts and you need to do it, man, because it's a cold world out there, bro. Even like today, I was driving and some guy tried to fight me in traffic today, and I was like, man, it's crazy. If I didn't know how to protect myself, bro, like that would have been a bad situation for me. So yeah, man. Respect to anybody that does the sport, and for anybody that's listening here, man, definitely get into the sport and learn how to protect yourself.
Man, whoever that guy was, he's very lucky to get away with that.
Yeah.
But Ali, man, just wondering, can you get your prediction for this fight? Do you sort of see like maybe your first knockout will come in this fight, and maybe just like let the hands go, and could we sort of see you come out like Ilya Tapuria out there?
I am definitely looking for the finish, bro. Any way that the finish comes, man. But I have been working diligently through all my interviews with you. If people want to go back, I've always said I'm working on my striking. I'm working on my striking, and I am putting it all together. And we'll see, brother. But for me, man, the most important thing is go out there and dominate like I know how to do, and like I do every day, every time in the gym, man. And once I do that, bro, everything else will fall in place. And God willing, inshallah, I will find that first knockout, man. I know I got the hands for it, bro. It's just I gotta put it all together out there, and God willing, it will happen.
And Ali, where do you think a win over Aso Palani puts you? Obviously, you're the number one contender in bantamweight. There would be two wins after losing the belt. So do you think that the only next logical move is Christian Strong again?
I hope so, man. I hope so. I definitely want to run that one back, man. I do think that I learned a lot that fight, bro. And it was lessons that I needed to learn before competing at the next level. It's just definitely if hindsight. Obviously, I wish I won the fight, and I wish I came a little bit more prepared. But God had a different lesson for me that day, and that lesson for me was so important, bro. And like I learned so much from that, and I do want to run that one back, man, and hopefully that fight does happen, bro. If not in BFL, hopefully something like UFC Vancouver or something else, Contender Series. I fight him. There's a story there, and I think that we can make it exciting.
And man, another guy fighting on this card is Teshe Goodrow. I just spoke with him recently, and he said that he wants the winner of you and Palani. He believes that an interim title fight at BFL 85 in the bantamweight division would be good. But he also mentioned that he really respects you. He thinks you're a solid guy. He mentioned something about meeting with you, and then you mentioned about the Dragon Ball chain that he
Dragon
had
Ball
or
Z.
something. So he
Yeah,
said
yeah,
that
yeah.
you're a G, but he's also on his journey to the UFC and he would love to clash with you. But he said that he prefers more to fight with Christian Strong just because he respects you as a brother. But man, just wondering, your thoughts about Teshe Gutro, and do you think that's a possible matchup in the future?
Yeah, man. And anybody, like I said, man, yeah, solid guy. No beef with him, bro. Unfortunately, we both have the same dream of making it to the show. So yeah, no beef. But if the UFCC or the BFLJ and all those guys see that that fight makes sense, we can run that fight 100%, bro. Um, and yeah, man. Never anything personal, bro, in this game, man. And another thing that I got from Charles, bro, it's just like I love how he, goes in, hugs all the coaches, hugs his opponents. Because man, there's no emotion, bro. I don't hate the man across from me. We're both competing for a common goal, which is to win the fight and to propel our careers, man, to feed our family, man. I want to take care of my mom. I want to take care of my girl. I want to take care of my family, bro. And that's the kind of mentality I'm going into fights with now. Is just strictly businessman.
And Ali, about your own road to the UFC, do you think that Dana White's Contender Series, Ultimate Fighter, or maybe this UFC Vancouver card, if you step in on short notice and stay ready, do you think something like that will come up soon, or maybe realistically we can see you compete for a UFC contract in 2026?
Again, man, like I think like mentally, physically, I am like almost complete. I feel like I'm ready for that next step. And I just got to show it over my next fight or two. I'll be 11-4 after this one, God willing, and I'm okay with contender, but I do believe for me it makes the most sense to either um get on the show as a late notice fight because I'm always training, bro. So either that, I'll be ready for UFC Vancouver. I also have plans of like kind of maybe traveling around where the UFC cards are and just staying ready and putting myself in a situation where if like something happens to somebody, like a few fights fell through on this card, where I could just hop in at 145 or 35, and just be ready for that. So, that's the game plan, and I hope that it's in my cards, bro. That the I just want to be able to compete with the best in the world, and share my story with the world. So that's my goal.
Absolutely, brother. And a couple last questions here for you, man. Jaden Martin, he joined Lions MMA. What's that experience like, of working there with Jaden, training together, and any prediction for his fight versus Darius Nagoga?
Bro, I've watched Jaden. We kind of came up through BFL, like similar time and everything, bro. I always knew he was like a good martial artist, but being able to train with him and spar with him, he's fucking fast, bro. He's fast and he's his shots are dangerous, bro. Can put you out at any time. So it's been great, bro. I've learned he's been able to show me a few tricks here and there. So it's been great having him in the room. And man, I feel bad for anybody that fights him, bro, because he's a monster, bro. So I think Dario. I like Dario. Obviously, I have nothing against anybody, but man, I think that Jaden is gonna be a problem for anybody, man. So
And man, couple more Lions MMA guys fighting on this card, making some of them are making their pro debuts, I believe. Bernie Liu versus Rafael Oulet, Sina Mani versus Jordan Milash. Do you think that Lions MMA has a solid chance of going 4-0 BFL 84?
yes, definitely, bro. We're gonna go 4-0, and the whole team's gonna perform well. Cena, man, like guys, he's gonna dust this guy. Bernie Lou, bro, he's been itching to go pro, man, and he puts in the work, bro. We call him Bernie Goggins because this guy, like the workouts that he does are crazy, man. He does like 5,000 calorie workouts and shit like that. So that guy's crazy, man. We got a lot of guys up and coming as well through the amateur rankings, man. And the whole team is just gonna come blazing in, bro. I think right now we have a very good momentum, and we're gonna go into this fight card very confident, and I think I am very confident in my team to perform. I wish them all their opponents, a healthy weight cut, and I hope that all their opponents show up because I know my team's been putting in the work.
For sure, man. And my last question, man, about the UFC. Do you think that the UFC is a must for you? Because, you were working for this all your life. Allah definitely has a plan for you. Inshallah, you get there very soon. And also, just how important is that, star athlete lifestyle for you? In the very near future, you could have a couple million followers on your Instagram, become a huge star, climb that UFC ladder. Obviously, for now, you're talking to, no-name guys like myself, but in the future, you could have like big channels, talk with guys like on ESPN and stuff like that, become a huge star. So just man, that whole UFC situation, that whole UFC dream, just how meaningful is that for you, man?
Bro, at nights, man, like after like 3 4 hours of driving, bro, I just visualize that moment, bro, putting on those UFC gloves. So God willing, God, Allah's the best planner, man, and He has a plan for me, bro. Yesterday, I posted something of like, you know, it's not your goal isn't the outcome; it's who you become through trying to reach that goal, man. And I'm a much better person, bro. I'm way closer to God than I've ever been, bro. And I'm still learning so much about Islam and trying to implement to be a good Muslim every day, bro. And yeah, it just means a lot to me more so because I want to share my story with people from Asia and people from Afghanistan. We don't have that same North American opportunities back home, bro. Sometimes, we are very close with our family. I'm not saying that people out here aren't, but I just know that our parents, our goal is for our moms not to work. Our goal is for our family to be, have food on the table and things like that. So, for me, man, like I just want to create a little bit of inspiration for somebody, the inspiration that I had seeing fighters from like Khabib and stuff like that come here and create that platform for people from Dagestan. Now you look at Dagestan, like they got a bunch of killers coming up, so like I want that same thing because I know how tough Afghan fighters are. And my goal is to just not even just Afghan but Muslim fighters are, and I just want to create that inspiration for them to be able to know that they can do it as well. And bro, you're killing it, man. I just want to say that as well. You're not a no name person, bro. You get millions of views, man. Haters are gonna hate regardless, bro. No matter if you were in the UFC right now, people would hate. If you were in the what you're doing right now, people are gonna hate, bro. But you're killing it, man. And like I said, man, like God is the best planner, and you're gonna get there, bro. And I have no doubt, brother. So keep up the good work as well, bro. Like you're very informed, man. The way you're interviewing, man, you know whose matchups are what, man, and the views speak for themselves, bro. And I see you getting a lot of views, bro. So keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you, my brother, mashallah. But can we get a final message, man, for all the Ali Boumaier Wasuk fans out there, to get us out of here?
Yes, bro. Yeah, man, just ride with me on this one, guys. I'm gonna put it all out there. I'm gonna perform. I'm gonna do my best, man. For anybody out there, man, find your why and those hard sessions in life and those roller coasters in life, man, they'll be a lot easier. And love one another, man. What's going on in Palestine is heartbreaking. And we everybody's vulnerable to that. So, love one another, help one another, and ride with me this fight, man. Give me all your energy, and I promise to do my very best and perform at the highest level that I know that I can, and show the world one more time why I'm one of the best.
Thank you so much, my brother. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And
Yes, sir.
you're the man, bro. I know you'll get the job done. I pray for you, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank
Thank you, brother. Means a lot.
thank you, man.